Most people think premium travel in India requires a high credit score, and if your CIBIL score isn't strong, you're out of the game. These days, whenever I'm traveling, most of the times I see elderly retired couples waiting in the queue just for them to know at the end of the queue that their card doesn't have the free lounge access. It feels pretty sad that many of the people who are aged and not into this current trends of credit cards have to suffer such kind of dissatisfactions in the airports. But what if I told you you can access the premium travel and lifestyle benefits without a credit card, without a CIBIL check, and without debt? India has over 900 million active internet users. That's nearly a billion people making financial decisions every day. But here's the reality most creators ignore. Only 10 to 12% of those adults actively use credit cards. Today, we will touch upon these personas of retired parents, small business owners, students, or the people living in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and they may or may not have a good civil score. With these criteria, it becomes very less or very restrictive for them to get a good credit card for their travel and lifestyle benefits. Today, I would want to break this up for these personas and help them get the similar benefits but without a credit card. With this, what are the actual tools available? Axis Bank offers a stack of premium banking products that build on each other. Like Axis Burgundy debit card is the most accessible entry point. It's not a credit card, it's a premium debit card tied to your own money. Next comes the Axis Burgundy Private. Basically, it requires a TRV of more than 5 CR with the bank to have this kind of a debit card. It gives you more luxurious benefits given if you can achieve that TRV with the bank. The other two cards are basically the credit cards which requires you to have higher civil score and higher salary spends, and it's basically for the higher spenders mostly. But today I wanted to touch upon the Axis Burgundy banking, the basic one, the starting premier pack with which you can unlock all the travel and the lifestyle benefits without actually needing a CIBIL score. I will touch upon Axis Burgundy's banking criterias, the eligibility, the features of the debit card, which in par or sometimes extends to most of the credit cards that are there in the market. I'll talk about the eligibility criteria for this banking towards the end of the video, but let's first highlight the features that this banking debit card gives. So, with Axis Burgundy debit card, you get every month four movie tickets complimentary via Book My Show, and four non-movie tickets could be some events via Book My Show. There are three domestic launch accesses per quarter and four international launch accesses every year. So this is not just any debit card. This is one of those premium luxury debit cards with which you also get complimentary golf rounds and golf lessons. I mean, many of the credit cards won't give these features without a catch. With this debit card, you get all this without any catch, without any cost criteria. For unlocking the domestic launch accesses, though, you need to spend 5,000 rupees in the previous quarter and month. Also, this debit card gives you the insurance cover too, right? You get the air accident cover up to 1 crore, you get personal accident cover up to 15 lakhs, then there are baggage loss and delay related reimbursements that could be there, or personal document loss cover is also there. There are purchase protection that is also there with this card, with which if you buy something and within 90 days that product get lost or damaged, you have a purchase protection up to 50,000. So this is like a gold treasure of debit cards that anyone can think of. I will also compare it with the HDFC's premier banking called Imperia version towards the later half, so that you understand why this is a bigger value proposition today and no one is really talking about this. But there are certain important considerations while using this Axis Burgundy debit card, which are: you shouldn't be using it in international spends given its forex markup is quite high. Then the DCC charges, the direct currency conversion charges, is also higher. Anyway, it's not recommended to pay your international spends with DCC included. Always transact your card with the local currency of that country. To unlock the launch access, you need to spend rupees 5,000 in the previous quarter. That's the only condition, and I think it is pretty much achievable for most of us. Like in any quarter, you at least spend 5,000 in today's world, right? So that way, it's a great card to have. Also on the reward point, right, even though I don't recommend debit card for redemption of the reward points, but still this card gives some amount of rewards. Each point comes to around 20 paisa, so you get 200 for 200 rupees spend, you get around 4 h points. On international spends you get 6 h points, and these h points are not like other credit card value of Horizon or Atlas or Magnus. These 1 h point is hardly 20 paisa, and on birthday month it becomes 2x. So it's not like a great card for redemptions, but still you get something out of it when you use this card for your expenses. Now let's talk about the eligibility criteria. It's a high total TRV value requirement that is needed with this banking. Basically, you need to at least have a 10 lakh worth of savings account value, or a 30 lakh worth of FD, RD, or a wealth banking product like mutual fund stocks done through their wealth banking option, or you can have a 3 lakh plus monthly salary to get this banking. My preferred option would be to have that 30 lakh TRV value done together as a family account in this bank. So you can have one account, your wife can have one account, and your father can have an account. You can merge all these three accounts into one family account, and if you achieve that TRV value of 30 lakh, your all three account comes under the Burgundy portfolio, and you get to benefit from the features from that Burgundy debit card. Now, coming to the comparison of Axis Burgundy versus HDFC Imperia, I felt that HDFC is not really up to the mark on the debit card features compared to what Axis Burgundy offers. HDFC Imperia doesn't even offer you the international launch access, and for the domestic launch access, it is very less. And the debit card for HDFC Imperia has annual charges. However, Axis Burgundy debit card doesn't have any sort of charges as well. Salary credit criteria for both the banks is same if you want to go through the salary criteria, but as I recommended, the TRV will be a better option, because if you go for the retired people, most of them will have FDRD, and this much amount is pretty much, I think, doable for most of the family these days. Also, the cash transaction criteria or the limit on Axis Burgundy is higher compared to HDFC Imperia banking, and you don't get the book my show offers like Axis Burgundy and HDFC Imperia. So overall, I felt that the Axis Burgundy is really quite high on this game of debit cards compared to any other banks in India today. And for that matter, this debit card is also above many of the premium cards as well. From the benefits perspective, I'm not really talking about the reward redemption criterias, right? So simply by holding this card, your annual travel related, lifestyle related benefits you get just maintain the Burgundy relationship with the bank. So bottom line is, given this is year has been pretty difficult for most of the credit card given the devaluations that are going on, Axis Burgundy debit card rather has improved compared to last year, because last year when I got this card, international launches were not there, only domestic launches were there. Now they have introduced international launches as well. So I feel this debit card is the hidden gem which people should try to get. Given with this debit card, you also get eligibility for the Axis Select credit card also. Axis Select credit card is one of those credit cards from Axis which has a joining fees of around 3000 plus GST. But with this Burgundy banking, you get this credit card free of cost, plus the benefits of the credit card also you get, right? May not be the joining benefits, but the other benefits of reward redemptions, the expenses, miles transfer, all those things you get on a free credit card as well. Technically, this credit card should be having some fees, right? You're getting it free of cost. You have BOGO offers on this, again some launch accesses on this. I would not recommend this card for launch accesses, given the spend criteria for this Axis Select credit card is quite high to get the launch unlocked. For that, you can use the Axis Burgundy debit card. It works fine with the T2 of Bangalore and international launches as well. But you get a free credit card. You use it for building your credit score if you want, right? And it gives you additional leverage also. So here is the bottom line. Not everyone wants to chase points, right? Not everyone wants to track spending milestones. Not everyone wants their travel comfort to depend on a credit score. Axis Burgundy isn't about maximizing rewards. It's about upgrading your banking relationship. It's about travel and lifestyle comfort using your own money. If this video helped you understand premium banking differently, subscribe to Points to Perks. We break down travel and banking strategies without hype and without complexity. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.